Hi there folks, welcome back to another video. Well, today it might kind of look like I'm doing a science project here, but actually that's not what's going on. I'm going to be testing my Berkey water filter, and I'll tell you why I'm going to test it. I've owned it now a year, and I think it was around September or so, I checked it, and inside the filters, which I'll show you in a minute, were all slimy and awful. Now, I'm going to own this. I just neglected it. I thought, oh well, it's filtering water, whatever. I just really forgot to look closely at the filters. When I did, they were actually slimy. I mean, we're talking, that was ugly. And what told me they were that ugly was the water tasting to be a bit off. So what I'm going to do today is I'm going to do a test to see if I destroyed those filters or not by being so neglectful. So let's get going, and I'm going to do the red food coloring test that I saw on the Berkey website. So I'm going to be using McCormick red food coloring, and it's the only kind that you can use in this test according to Berkey. So if it looks like I'm bleeding throughout this video, yeah, I do bleed in my videos, but this time it's going to be totally harmless, I hope. So first thing we're going to do, we're going to get this ready by, I'm going to take the Berkey apart. Pretty simple. Take the bottom tray off here, and then you'll see the filters in there, folks. I got a couple of 4x4 blocks. Those were left over from my solar array construction, so that the water will come dripping out here, and hopefully it will be clear and not red from the food coloring. We'll see. So first thing they ask you to do is get a gallon of water. And so here's my gallon of water. And then next, they asked me to take a teaspoon of the McCormick food coloring. Hopefully I won't spill this all over myself. 1 teaspoon, in it goes. So now I'll just stir it around, making it look like Kool-Aid, basically. I was one of those kids that grew up drinking Kool-Aid. Cherry was my favorite. Okay, so now we're ready to pour it into the Berkey here. And I'm going to pour the whole thing in there. Really give the Berkey a workout. So there, it's almost full. That should be enough. When the red food coloring water goes through the Berkey filters, then I should be able to see if they're doing their thing or not. So there's definitely cause for concern here. The water that's coming out started out being nice and clear, and now I'm seeing it turn pink. So we'll check back a little later and just see what it all looks like. So as you can see, folks, this is an epic fail, and so let's just highlight some of the issues here. So normally, folks, the Berkey water filter system for me works well. Those filters there make the water taste really nice. So the only thing I can do is put the onus on me and call it owner-operator fail. So I should have washed those filters thoroughly in clean water at least every 6 months, and I failed to do so. It was, I think, around 9 months before I did anything with them, and they were pretty slimy at that point. So another thing, because water is coming off my roof, going 45 feet into a tank, then coming back 45 feet in a garden hose, that's a lot of potential for water to get a little gunky. So I'm not sure, but I would say, based on my usage here, I would need to rinse off those filters even more than every 6 months. So all that to say they're not working, and the onus is on me to buy 2 brand new ones, and that is gonna hurt because those guys are not cheap. So the good thing is these filters have a warranty. I believe it's 2 years, and the great thing is I could connect with the original seller on Amazon, which was discountfilterstore.com. And they were like, we'll just send you 2 new filters, which I was like, great. Super customer service, and I got them pretty quickly. So I soaked them in the Berkey canister overnight, and hopefully that'll prepare them for the priming. I knew a crucial thing with these filters is priming them. So I had already ordered a priming kit on Amazon. I'll show you. And it was this thing here. And I'll be really honest, I had so much trouble with this thing. First, this bulb thing would go flat. Well, I'm like, okay, well, I have the plastic connectors in the wrong way, so I moved those around. And then when I did, I had been toying with this so much that it stretched, I guess, the tubing, and now it was super loose and wouldn't work at all. And not only that, I thought, well, I'll heat the plastic part to make it work better. It'll be soft and pliable, then I can put it on. No, I bent it, so that wasn't good either. So I'll tell you, I just found this not helpful. And I'll own my own faults here. It's probably that it needs to be done precisely and carefully, and I tried but failed. So I was pretty frustrated after, goodness knows, I don't know how long I spent trying to prime those filters and failed. But I'm kind of a stubborn old guy, so I thought, no, there's got to be another way. So I found online, and I'll leave a link to his channel, this really cool hack. It's just literally a ketchup or mustard dispenser bottle. I got it at Dollar General for $1. So then I filled it with water, and this is nice clean water, all filtered. And you just point the end of it into the lead out of the filter. I don't know what you call this. I call it a lead out. I don't know what it is. Anyway, point it in there and then squeeze. And then you'll see the filter all bubbling up. And that means that the water is running through the filter. And it's really coming through quickly and efficiently. So that's telling me this filter is being primed really well. And I'm going to do the whole bottle. Good hand strength exercise. Nice. So that's pretty much the whole bottle. All right, and time for filter number 2. Again, I point the small end of the nozzle of the dispenser down into the leading spout of the filter. So as before, you'll see it's sweating water is what it looks like. And that is a good sign. Oh, and by the way, that primer kit I think costs around $30 on Amazon. This is $1. So now with the Berkey, they come with these black rubber washers. So you put that on. Now you insert the filter back in the Berkey. Then you take one of these black plastic nuts and put it on. And they're kind of stiff, and I kept thinking I'm stripping that, but I wasn't. It's just that they don't go on like a metal washer or a metal nut. They go on stiffer. And then it's really important that you only hand tighten them. And so that I did. Okay, now the next one. So the washer's already on there, that rubber black washer. There we go. And this is the travel Berkey, is what this model is. It's the smallest one they make, I believe. And then it just sits on the base with the spout. So now, folks, I'm going to check to see if these filters are primed properly and filtering water properly. And how you do that is the Berkey red dye test. And you'll see what I'm going to do is put the Berkey top section of the filter system on these supporting short 4x4s. And the big test I want to see is, it's going to come out clear or not. So I remember when I first set up the Berkey, the water dripped out so slow. So now in retrospect, that's telling me I didn't have those filters primed properly. So boy, if I can take anything away from my Berkey water filter setup experience, it's this. Prime the thing correctly. Do your best. And if you think you haven't primed it enough, prime it again. And again, this thing is simple but invaluable for that job. So I bet you want to see if that red Kool-Aid-like water is coming out pure. Let's check it out. So really cool, folks. That water's coming out as pure as can be. And nice and rapidly as well. Really filling up nice and quick. So this is fantastic, folks. So what this does is reassures me that if there was any kind of crud or undesirables in my rainwater harvesting system, and I'm drinking that water, well, the Berkey is going to take care of that. If you look down in there, you'll see that original water is all cherry colored from the food coloring, but what's coming out is super pure and ready to drink. So a big shout out to customer service representative Emily at discountfilterstore.com. Emily was polite and efficient and super helpful. And now this off-grid senior can drink some nice fresh water. Thank you very much, Emily. So I went to get mail today and I'm like, I don't remember ordering this. Some big giant package. Ah, cool. It's a patio umbrella. Let's see if I can undo it. Not wreck anything. Whoa, it's big. Might take me a little while to figure it out. How cool. How thoughtful a gift is this? Well, that cool umbrella will really come in handy. And so I want to say thank you very much to Justin and Amanda, my subscribers, who sent me that and a couple more things. I guess they saw me trying to jumpstart my car and getting some help from Brian and Pam. And now I can use this thing. I had no idea they even existed. And then also, I do want to jack things up later on, so they sent me one of these great big red jacks as well. So that'll come in handy. So thanks very much, Justin and Amanda. These will really come in handy. And thank you so much just for thinking of me. Very thoughtful. So I hope this video was helpful, folks, and you learned a bit about what not to do with a Berkey water filter system. So thanks again for watching this, and if you have any comments or suggestions for me, leave them in the comments below. And if you haven't subscribed, folks, please subscribe and hit the little notification bell thing. That'll let you know when my next video is coming up. And lots of adventures here on this beautiful off-grid property. And I really appreciate you coming by and sharing this time with me. Thanks so much, and see you next time.